Hi Pops, Merry Christmas. For your present, we are making a movie of the farm. So we're gonna give you a guided tour of the farm. Right now we're sitting in our golf cart by the road, and we're gonna start with the sign and the entrance and show you all the stuff. So there's Scott in the golf cart.
Okay.
And this is one of our front fields. And there is the sign and the entrance. We have two mailboxes. I don't know why, but we do. And let me see if I can zoom this thing. Nope, not today. So I have a sign. We put a little decoration on. Scott has a smaller sign. And the driveway is pretty long. Go ahead, honey. No, it's impossible to watch if you're sitting in the golf cart. So straight ahead of us is the house, and Scott's going to drive up there, and then we'll show you the rest of the buildings. So now we're up at the gate, which is open right now. And over to the left, which is the east side, we have the east field with a nice big oak tree in it. I think it's a 4 or a 5 acre field. And we're digging a ditch, a jump ditch, not a drainage ditch, a ditch to jump over. So that's that little project there. And now here we are turning all the way around. There's Scott to look back down the driveway towards the road. And this is a matching field on the western side. So another sort of 4 or 5 acre field. I don't know if you can see her. There's a horse in it back there in the distance, a little Appaloosa that's here for sale. And one of the best things about the farm is all these awesome trees. They have a little bit too much Spanish moss in them right now. We're going to have to get some of that taken out because eventually it chokes the trees. But it sure is pretty. And there we are back to the house. So the gate's closing. Scott just drove back out. But we have a button to open it. And we have a little welcome sign. I think you and Dai got this welcome sign for us a couple years ago. And we just put it on the post over the button for the gate. You just open up this and push the button. And it opens up again. This warning sign is just, it says under Florida law, an equine activity sponsor or professional is not liable to the injury of a participant. So it's not a keep out sign. It's a legal requirement for our insurance that we have to have the liability signs posted. All right, so now we are going to try and drive you in the golf cart. You're probably getting car sick already. And we'll drive up the driveway. Ooh. That car on the left is our friend Ronnie. He is replacing all the fascia boards on the house for us. It got moldy. Actually, it was moldy when we bought the farm, but we're getting it redone, so that's nice. All right, up the driveway. It's been pouring rain, so here's a big puddle. Scenic water pump. There's Ronnie up on the roof. Hi, Ronnie. He's got headphones on. He cannot hear. Turn left. Let's go in the house. More evidence of Ronnie's project. All right. Here's my truck. I have a matching sign on my truck. We have more awesome trees right around the house, which keeps it cool in the summer. Ronnie's not even going to wave. He's so grumpy. All right, you give the tour of the house, honey.
Get in, dogs.
Tibby.
All right, kitchen's a little bit in disarray, getting ready for everybody coming over for Christmas Eve and Christmas. But basically kitchen and the torn apart dining room. Living room.
Oh, we got to show them some art. Kitchen art includes
striper.
A striper.
Christmas tree. Cool art of Kennebago. The oil that you painted of Genie in the barn. Let's see, we have a fireplace. Why? I don't know why, seeing that we live in Florida. But there's our wall of Ettingers and more dogs.
There's a box that you probably recognize. There's a dog that you recognize. Hi, Tippy. Where's the Rooney? There's the Fisher Rooney. Hi, Fisher Rooney. Gonna let out the puppy.
The bad man.
Whoop. It's very hard to film the puppy. There they go. Whoa. Winston, come. Fish, come. Come
Winston,
back in here. There he Whoa, there he goes. There's
That's
a
a
puppy.
very bad puppy. You should have him. He's bad.
All right, let's look at the rest of the art in here. We have a table that you probably recognize and covet a little bit. And then we have, whoa, there's a lot of reflection, but Ripley, Ettinger, Ripley, Ettinger, I believe. And we have some doorstop horses. And
Your single shot 20 gauge is now a mantelpiece.
there's a single shot 20 gauge and a woodpecker that you recognize. We love that. And some Christmas chocolates. And some more Christmas chocolate covered coffee beans. And we have a wood duck that you recognize. And some grouse tails from Kennebago. Let's see, what else? There's a woodcock that you recognize. That looks great right there. I think it's so nice to have something oval. And then some photography over here. And some wine. But there's 3 great photos that you took. And then if we just go right out the porch door, Christmas stocking in the way. This is the porch, the back porch, screen porch. And it looks out over the parking lot. That's not that cool. But if you look to the other side, it looks out over our back fields and the rest of the farm and the view to the state forest. So now we're going to click this off and give you the outdoor tour. So now we're outside looking south, and all the fencing that you see right in front of us is a round pen, and there's a shed. And all the tree line is the edge of the property, and that is the state forest. And over to our left is the east side. That's all going to be forest on that side as well. Over here is our hay barn, or our storage barn, and we've got a big pile of hay in there. And the first horse we're going to go visit is Buzzy the foal, and her little foal friend Essie, who is here to live with us for the winter.
So the one looking at us is our foal. That is Buzz. And the one chewing on the fence is her friend that she doesn't really like very much, that she tries to kick and bite. But there's Buzz.
Come on, Buzzy. Come on, Buzzy. Come over here. Come on. You're not going to come and visit? You don't have to.
She's feeling antisocial today.
Is that checkmate cribbing or the foal?
Checkmate.
Checkmate. That's good. We don't want any foal cribbing. All right, let's take a drive. All right, fasten your seatbelt. We are driving around the racetrack in the golf cart. It's not very fast, but it's probably pretty bumpy. So if you're getting sick, you can press fast forward. So it's a half-mile oval, and it's got fields for turning the horses out on the inside. And the outside is the state forest. There's some trails for riding in there. There's some deer, there's some quail. It's pretty cool. These trees in the infield of the racetrack are called blackjack oaks, they're deciduous, so they lost all their leaves, but the green balls of vegetation that you see is mistletoe. And we should stop and smooch. We're supposed to take it out, but it's so pretty, we haven't taken it out yet. And in this back corner, we have a deer feeder that feeds turkeys too.
This is where I killed my first Osceola turkey with a bow, right on the back corner of the property.
Practice target. And what did you plant this with?
It was peas. I just mowed it down last month. Let it start regrowing again.
So the other side of the fence is state forest. And we went over to a field trial last weekend and helped our friend Kent clean up the stuff that he brought to host the field trial, and we got to bring back a couple quail. So Patch and AJ have pointed a couple quail right over the fence in the last few days.
We have about 5 coveys of wild birds that live out on that state property that we found also with the dogs.
That's our gate. We just go through that gate to go trail riding or to put the dogs out. So this field is also ours. This is the southeastern field. It's the back corner of the farm. That house that you can see is not ours. That's a neighbor. But it's pretty cool. Yes, southwest. But it's pretty cool. You can't see the house from our house. You can only see it from when we're back here. He's got some cows and a horse. Now we've rounded the far turn and we're heading up the back straight of the track back towards the house. The red roof on the right is the hay barn. That's the infield of the track with blackjack oaks and mistletoe. Whoa. So now we're coming back towards the farm from the back side. Whoa, it's probably really bumpy there.